It's one college president saying that a college campus is no place for free speech. That's actually not an Onion headline. That's the headline from his column. I mean, literally the headline he wrote in this op-ed entitled, "A Campus is Not the Place for Free Speech." Because, he says, on college campuses, and he writes this, we must strive for something more than free speech. The mission of higher education, he says, is to provide students and all in our community with the information, exercises, and opportunities to understand not what to think, but rather what the arguments are and how strong each is. Of course, if you're not for freedom of speech, then you're actually trying to manipulate what students in your so-called community are hearing, aren't you, sir? And the information that they're getting, right? But perhaps that's indeed your goal. Somehow on college campuses these days, the goal is to influence thought and not allow freedom of speech. Joining me right now is Campus Reform contributor Emma Michelle and Fox Nation host Britt McHenry. Good to see you guys. Emma, you guys track this stuff all the time. I mean, I guess, hey, at least this one's honest.
Well, the great irony of this story, Trish, is that the whole point of this column was to disparage the president's free speech executive order. But in doing so, this president actually proved that we need it. They proved our exact point here, that free speech is under fire on college campuses. Students' rights are being absolutely trampled by college universities and their administrations. And we have to step up now more than ever to protect those rights, because the fact here is higher education is not allowing students to have the most basic First Amendment right when they are on our publicly funded, oftentimes, campuses.
Britt, it's a little bit scary because I see it as, you know, they have their point of view, right? There's an agenda there, and professors have their thoughts and their political biases, and they want the rest of the world to have the exact same political biases. They don't tolerate, they don't allow any intellectual diversity of thought, and that, to me, basically is refuting all that academia should be standing for.
Yeah, and that continues into the workplace, right? I mean, how many people are timid to admit that they have some conservative views or Republican views, and it really starts in the academic setting. And I just think that this is the wrong time. I mean, besides, you know, this coming out, yes, we had the president sign the executive order. I'm not a big fan of freewheeling executive orders, but as she said, it needed to be done because we need that freedom. We need that liberty to go on whatever path we choose. But right now, colleges are really coming under fire. I mean, look at the USC scandal. I've been investigating, you know, what it's like to start a scholarship and the $250,000 minimum at certain schools just to give back. Think about that. If you wanted to start a scholarship at your alma mater and them setting that kind of threshold, and now students feel like they can't even say what they want to. It's a very limiting place.
For a while. I mean, and it's really a generational thing. And don't forget, these professors are influencing the next generation. You're paying $60,000 a year, you know, all in, and maybe more these days, for this education where you're not allowed to actually explore all different views because they have a view they want you to think.
Yes, and it does such a disservice to students when they're only exposed to one viewpoint. The best way to get a good, well-rounded worldview and a balanced perspective is to hear from people with different opinions, and that's just not what's happening on college campuses. And this isn't even the only column that we've seen that is skeptical of Trump's executive order. A dean of the Berkeley Law School actually wrote a column calling this executive order unconstitutional, which is just hilarious to me because it's protecting the First Amendment. What is more constitutional than the First Amendment? And also, I don't remember seeing anywhere in the Constitution that universities have a right to federal research dollars. So it's pretty insane to see the way that colleges are reacting to this. Really, they should be celebrating it because this is protecting students' rights on campus, and it will ultimately promote better discourse between students with different viewpoints.
And you know what? Discourse matters, right? We ought to be able to have conversations. We ought to be able to disagree with each other intellectually and not get so bent out of shape. I mean, if you're that worried about the other viewpoint, how are you ever going to exist in the real world?
We've lost that dialogue in the country, and as you mentioned, you know, $50,000, $60,000 a year tuitions at a lot of these private institutions. Then compound that with the interest rate. If you take out student loans, federal interest rate of 5.5%. How much money we have a generation of millennials especially paying to not have the freedom to think and learn and be exposed to different viewpoints the way that they should be. If you're going to make that kind of investment, you should at least be guaranteed that right.
Yeah, hear, hear. Absolutely. So good to see you both. Emma, Britt, thank you so much.